A new Metro A-line station officially on the map.
Los Angeles, a dynamic, sprawling metropolis, is about to reshape how its people move. In 2025, Metro's A-line will stretch farther south, linking downtown to communities. So, what exactly is this project about? Why does LA need this extension? And how can this project bring benefits to LA? Let's find out in today's episode of Great Trainspeed. The decision to expand the A-line stems from a growing reality. Ridership is soaring. With nearly 15 million passengers per year, the A-line has become one of the region's busiest transit corridors, far beyond what planners envisioned when it first opened in 1990. Today, it stretches 48.5 miles, connecting 44 stations across the county. It now holds the title of the longest light rail line in the world, overtook Belgium's 42-mile coast tram, a reflection not just of length, but of ambition. And the city isn't stopping there. The next phase, the foothill extension to Pomona, is already more than 80% complete, with full opening expected by late summer 2025. As crews finalize stations and testing, the goal is clear: ease overcrowding, expand access, and keep pace with the transit needs of a city on the move. The A-line's eastward push from Azusa to Pomona is the result of 5 years of carefully coordinated civil engineering, transit-oriented planning, and future-proof infrastructure investment. With a total cost of $1.5 billion, this segment stretches 9.1 miles and adds 4 new stations: Glendora, San Dimas, La Verne, and Pomona. Each new station has been designed with multimodal access in mind, offering seamless connections for pedestrians, cyclists, buses, and private vehicles. The Pomona North Station, in particular, has emerged as the flagship of this phase. Strategically placed between Gary Avenue and Fulton Road, northeast of the existing Pomona North Metrolink station, it features a center island platform with tracks on both sides for efficient bidirectional operations. This layout improves both train frequency and passenger flow, reducing wait times and minimizing platform crowding during peak hours. Access to the station is fully integrated. Pedestrian pathways from both ends of the platform link directly to the surrounding urban grid and offer convenient intermodal transfer between Metro's light rail system and Metrolink's regional commuter service. A new 300-space park and ride facility just southeast of the station supports a wide commuter catchment and is equipped with electric vehicle (EV) charging stations, bicycle parking, bus bays, and rideshare drop-off zones. This all-in-one design ensures the station serves as both a destination and a gateway. To accommodate light rail tracks, freight lines were relocated to the northern portion of the corridor, a complex logistical maneuver ensuring parallel freight and passenger operations without interference. Overhead electrification infrastructure has been installed along the full extension, supporting what is expected to be over 200 daily light rail trips once full service begins. Meanwhile, grade separations in the form of 2 newly built light rail bridges have eliminated key bottlenecks and enhanced safety for both rail and road users. Attention to safety has been a consistent theme. At every intersection, crews have implemented raised medians, red curb zones, and turn restrictions within 100 feet of rail crossings, all reinforced by protective fencing and sound walls. These measures reduce the risk of accidents and help integrate the line into surrounding neighborhoods with minimal disruption. In addition, signal systems, traction power stations, and automated safety controls have been tested and brought online. But infrastructure here isn't only about steel and concrete. Nearly all landscaping around the stations has been completed, featuring native and drought-tolerant plants. Trees and shrubs now line walkways, providing shade for waiting passengers and reducing urban heat island effects. Permeable pavers and ground surfaces aid in stormwater absorption, supporting sustainability goals while improving the daily rider experience. In effect, the stations are walkable, green, and human-scaled spaces designed with longevity and livability in mind. With all these upgrades, how will this project make a positive impact on Los Angeles? Let's explore that in the next section. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and stay updated with our latest insights.
For just $1.75, our Pomona residents will soon have access to a wealth of opportunities throughout the county.
The A-Line's extension to Pomona marks a historic milestone. For the first time, Metro rail service will enter San Bernardino County. This eastward expansion is a major leap in regional integration, unlocking new mobility options for tens of thousands of residents, particularly those in historically underserved communities, as highlighted by the Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority. Travel times are set to improve dramatically. From Pomona, passengers will be able to reach Pasadena in just 33 minutes, and downtown LA in about 62 minutes. This level of efficiency brings public transit closer to becoming a viable daily alternative for commuters who've long relied on cars. The extension also arrives at a time of steady and promising growth in ridership. In January 2025, the A-Line saw a 2.9% increase in rail ridership over the previous year. Weekday boardings alone rose by 2.7%, with average weekday use reaching over 69,200 riders by May 2024. Weekend demand is also on the rise. Saturday ridership jumped 6.2% year over year, and Sunday ridership increased by 1.4%, signaling a broader shift in how Angelenos interact with their light rail system, not just for commuting, but for weekend travel and leisure as well. Looking ahead, the benefits are expected to scale further. The planned next phase to Montclair, set for completion by 2030, is projected to attract approximately 8,000 daily boardings. Compared to existing bus services, the A-Line offers a clear upgrade: higher frequency, longer operating hours, and faster, more reliable travel. But the economic benefits run deeper than daily convenience. The extension represents an ongoing investment in public infrastructure that stimulates job creation and injects long-term value into the regional economy. Backed by strong funding commitments, including $500 million allocated for the next phase to Montclair, the A-Line has become part of a broader economic strategy. The link between transit and job growth isn't hypothetical. It's already been proven. A 2012 study by the Economic Policy Institute, EPI, analyzing Metro's 3010 initiative, demonstrated how rail expansion projects generate both direct and indirect employment. For example, a $1.1 billion investment in 235 rail cars was projected to create over 8,200 jobs nationwide, including 4,632 direct positions in the rail manufacturing sector and 3,594 jobs in supporting industries. Regionally, the impact was just as significant: 2,400 new jobs in Los Angeles County, driven by not only construction, but also secondary household spending effects. The total economic output from that single investment reached nearly $593 million, alongside $129.6 million in household earnings. Moreover, the A-Line's extension is also about cleaning the air they breathe. According to the Daily News, extending the A-Line to Montclair could remove up to 15,000 car trips from the roads every day, cutting an estimated 26.7 million vehicle miles traveled annually. For a region long defined by its car dependency, it's a structural change with real environmental impact, especially in San Bernardino County, where residents already face heightened rates of asthma and respiratory illness. The county averages over 153 high ozone days per year, earning F grades for both ozone and particle pollution in national air quality reports. Home to more than 2.1 million residents, the region is one of the most heavily affected in the nation. Nationwide, the picture isn't much better. The 2025 Annual State of the Air Report revealed that 156 million Americans, nearly 46% of the population, live in areas with failing grades for ozone and/or particle pollution. That's nearly 25 million more people than in the previous year. So, what obstacles could potentially hinder the program's progress? Now that the project's bright future has been unveiled, do you believe the expansion is essential for LA? Show your stance. Press 1 if you agree, or 0 if you're still undecided. Despite its transformative potential, the A-Line expansion has not been without its challenges. Like many large-scale infrastructure projects in urban America, progress has often run up against long-standing structural issues. With nearly 90% of Los Angeles residents owning a personal vehicle, public transit continues to play a secondary role in daily life. Convincing a car-centric population to switch modes has proven to be one of Metro's greatest long-term hurdles. Construction itself was also impacted by external disruptions, most notably the COVID-19 pandemic, which struck just after work began and slowed activity across nearly all sectors. Delays in supply chains and workforce availability created added strain during critical phases. Once the system is operational, additional issues await. Safety and social concerns remain a persistent challenge for LA Metro. Ridership has struggled to rebound fully in the post-pandemic years, not only due to shifting work patterns, but also due to rising concerns over crime, drug use, and homelessness within the transit system. In March 2023, a Metro study recorded an average of 555 unsheltered individuals spending the night at stations across the network. For many riders, especially new ones, perceptions of safety continue to shape whether they choose to board a train or stay behind the wheel. In April 2023, reports of passenger disturbances on several routes only deepened public concerns. In response, Metro has taken steps to increase security presence, but rebuilding rider trust remains an ongoing process. Meanwhile, the physical footprint of the extension brought its own friction. Construction activities in Glendora, San Dimas, and Pomona, such as installing quad gates and upgrading 21 at-grade crossings, caused local traffic disruptions that impacted both residents and businesses. Despite the disruptions, skepticism, and societal headwinds, the A-line extension is not only complete, but delivered on schedule and within budget. In a region where delays and cost overruns are all too common, that in itself is a victory.
Everyone delivered. On time, on budget.
Looking ahead, the A-line's expansion isn't stopping in Pomona. Plans are already underway to extend the route even farther east, enhancing its role as a key regional corridor. In 2023, California transportation officials released $500 million in previously frozen funds, clearing the path for the next phase of the Foothill extension, a 3.2-mile addition with new stops in Claremont and Montclair. Scheduled for completion by 2030, this extension carries more than just geographic significance. It will make the A-line the first Metro rail service to officially cross the Los Angeles County line, reaching into neighboring San Bernardino County. That milestone highlights not only the system's growing reach, but also the increasing cooperation between counties in building integrated transportation solutions across Southern California. San Bernardino County itself has committed to the project, agreeing to fund $80 million for the 1 mile of track located within its borders. The move signals a shared investment in long-term transit infrastructure and a recognition that traffic, air quality, and access to opportunity don't stop at county lines. When completed, the full line from Long Beach to Montclair will stretch nearly 58 miles, reinforcing the A-line's standing as one of the longest and most ambitious light rail projects in North America. More than just a train route, it will serve as a spine for economic activity, climate resilience, and regional connection, redefining what public transit can mean for Greater Los Angeles. Thanks for taking the time with us. See you next time.